Hey guys, it's me Tanisha. I'm not going to try and make this too short or too long. I just wanted to make a video because I just felt like I needed to. Not just about what happened with Charlie Kirk yesterday and his assassination, but just with how things are going on in the world at the moment. And I just was like really in dire straits of sharing. So I'm not going to obviously try and make it all about, negative as possible, because I know that we've all got to stay educated and informed as best as possible with all of these things going on, but obviously at the same time it is draining. But at the moment and for the past few months, obviously for myself, just a little bit about me briefly quickly, I have been in a season of wilderness. And this year, I said at the beginning of the year, I was like, oh yeah, this year's going to be such a great year for me, and not to say it's not. And my job ended in February and I've been out of work for 7 months now, and I had the biggest life-changing thing of my entire existence. I was diagnosed with a really important vitamin deficiency, B12. A week after next, it's actually vitamin B12, International Vitamin B12 Deficiency Awareness Month. Not next week, but the week after. 21st to the 27th of September, and the 23rd of September is like B12 International Awareness Day. Anyway, since being out of a job, I got diagnosed with it, and I was literally all over the place. And what I mean by that was I was getting mad at my family for no reason. I was not even myself. I've been on my journey with Jesus for like the past 19 months, and last year I thought, I expected that there was going to be spiritual attacks, trials, tests, tribulations, the whole package, with a manual without included. Anyway, I thought you're going to expect that, but I also thought it was going to be nice and rainbows and easy and whatnot. Yeah, this year I was like, oh yeah, it's going to be a great year. And then straight away, after February, after my job finished, that's it. It went downhill from there with it. And the past year so far, even though we've literally got like 15 weeks left of this year, just under 100 and nearly just under 100 days soon to the end of the year, in how quick it's gone is shocking. God has taught me this year, apart from my close family that I need for support as a support system, all I need to rely on is him. Truly my source is Jesus, and I feel like this year he's just taught me to just trust and rely on him more, and give everything over to him. And even though the last half of my year, praise God, has been made, because I had my blood tests for a follow-up a week ago today, and they came back Sunday just gone, and all of them have come back normal, praise God. So as a vessel, as his daughter, part of the reason why I'm linking this with what I'm about to get to next is that even though he's healed some parts of me, but I still got a bit of a way to go. I'm not out of my wilderness season yet. I know that things work out because he loves us just so. So that's how this year's been for me. And the reason why I've just said what I've said is because it links with what I'm about to say to. So in the season that I've been in, I've been reading the book of Ecclesiastes, and I felt God just say to me, read the book of Ecclesiastes. And to my knowledge, I know that in a nutshell, the whole book is about part of it is about injustices in the world, and that God does not like it. He wants his children to prevail in circumstances of uncertainty, war, fear, worry, death, and all of that kind of stuff. And obviously, I have been in a really, really, I've been down in myself for the past few months. Well, I was, should I say. And, I'll be honest, I didn't pick up my word. I didn't read the Bible for a bit because I was just so down with myself. And I started to, read it back yesterday. And I'm currently on chapter 9 of Ecclesiastes. And it's a common destiny for all. So I'm going to read it and obviously explain why I'm doing this video after. And how what I've just said, my personal experience this year, links. So I'm going to get into it. A common destiny for all. So I reflected on all of this and concluded that the righteous and the wise and what they do are in God's hands. But no one knows whether love or hate awaits them. All share a common destiny, the righteous and the wicked. the good and the bad, the clean and unclean, those who offer sacrifices and those who do not. As it is with the good, so it is with the sinful. As it is with those who take oaths, so with those who are afraid to take them. This is the evil in everything that happens under the sun. The same destiny overtakes all. The hearts of people, moreover, are full of evil, and there is madness in their hearts while they live. And afterward they join the dead. Anyone who is among the living has hope. Even the live dog is better off than a dead lion. For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing. They have no further reward, and even their name is forgotten. Their love, their hate, and their jealousy have long since vanished. Never again will they have a part in anything that happens under the sun. Go eat your food with gladness and drink your wine with a joyful heart, for God has already approved what you do. Always be clothed in white, and always anoint your head with oil. Enjoy life with your wife whom you love, all the days of this meaningless life that God has given you under the sun. All your meaningless days, for this is your lot in life, and in all your toil some labour under the sun. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might, for in the realm of the dead, where you are going, there is nothing working, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. I have seen something else under the sun. The race is not to the swift, or the battle to the strong, nor does food come to the wise, or wealth to the brilliant, or favour to the learned, but time and chance happen to them all. Moreover, no one knows when their hour will come. As fish are caught in a cruel net, or birds are taken in a snare, so people are trapped by evil times that fall unexpectedly upon them. And when I was reading that a little while ago about chapter 9, and with what's happened yesterday with Charlie Kirk, and what I've just said with my experience of how I've been this year, and all these evil and atrocious things that are going on in the world at the moment, and we're like literally towards the end of the year, we're in the latter half, we're in the burn months, as they say, the last couple of weeks left of the year. It's just taught me this year that life is so short, life is so fragile, and that it doesn't matter what we look like ethnically, our skin colour, our beliefs, everything. It doesn't matter. We are all God's children, whether we choose to believe in him or not. We are, at the end of the day, we all bleed the same, and none of us are here forever. And, tomorrow is never promised. Some people right now, there's 8.5 billion of us roughly on this planet, whether we choose to believe in him or not, for the reason that he has put us here, for a purpose, to help in some way. And from what I got from this chapter is that we're all going to die. It's all our destiny. We're all going to die. We're all born to die. We're not here forever. And with all of these things going on in the world at the moment, I haven't watched the news, and I don't plan to watch it because it's just so draining. But at the same time, we have to be informed as best as we can, because we can't just sit from the sidelines and see innocent people getting murdered, obliterated and killed for what? What good and what justice does that do? What does, it doesn't do anything. And like I said, why murder someone and assassinate them in front of a group of people just because their beliefs are different doesn't mean that killing someone does you any better. It goes against what, the other person's actions of justification, right? We all bleed the same, like I said, and I can't express it enough. Earlier I got upset with my mum because it just frustrates me so much of how this world has been the past few years, that, nobody loves each other that much anymore. Everybody is all out for themselves. Everybody is full of, me. There's all this greed, there's all this blood money, there's all this narcissism, there's all this angst, there's all this fear-mongering, there's all this deep hate. There is so much of Satan and his little military goons priding around going, yes, we have got in. No, because the only true person is Jesus that will always get in. And I will always stand for God and Jesus, because I may not be out of the wilderness myself yet, but what he has done for me partially is a testament. And like I said, none of us are here forever. Life is short. Tomorrow's never promised. We all bleed the same. We all bleed the same, no matter our skin colour, no matter our religion, no matter our ethnicity, our beliefs, our opinions. We are all God's children, and we should all learn to love and live in peace with each other and respect each other for who we are. And the part that got me in chapter 9 was, go eat your food with gladness and drink your wine with a joyful heart, because, you know, God has already approved what you do. You know, tomorrow's never promised. People right now, there's 8.5 billion of us in this earth. There's people right now while I'm speaking that are waking up, and some are waking up to a happy day where they're either getting married, I don't know, they're having a baby into the world, first day back at school or college, they've graduated, they've healed from an illness or a relationship situation, they've walked away from something or somebody toxic. And then you get people right now that are in deep grief, that are getting killed, that are getting obliterated, you know, they're in fear, they're in abuse, they're in you know, there's two sides. There's people right now that are having the best day of their life waking up, and there's some people right now waking up having the most awfulest experience of their life, and there's some people right now that have not woken up. They are dead in their sleep, or they've been killed. For what? And that part there got to me, because life is short. We should never allow other people's opinions or other people's way of thinking get into our heads. The only true source that we need is Jesus. We don't need the infiltration of other people's opinions to deter what he has for our life. Life is short. We should learn to live with each other in peace, not spread hate, evil, greed and power and war between every nation, every single country. It doesn't matter if you are Christian, you're black, you're white, you're Jewish, you're Hindu, you're Muslim, you're atheist, you're agnostic, you're mixed race, you know, you're Puerto Rican, you're Canadian, you're Palestinian, you're Australian, you're French. We are all God's children, and we all need to learn to love and respect each other more. What the world needs more understanding at the moment is kindness. Kindness goes a long way. Social media has good aspects, but it also doesn't play a great part in it either. You see people comparing themselves to each other, saying, oh yeah, if you do this for this lifestyle, then that's going to help you. Yeah, it may help you, but it may not help me. You do it, but don't force that upon me. Do you know what I mean? Like, we get so caught up in, you know, things that the world wants us to do, like, you know, plastic surgery and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to come across off as judgy or anything like that. And I apologise, you know, everybody's allowed to live how they, you know, entitled to be. But the point that I'm trying to stress enough is that this world at the moment literally has gone so quick, but there's so much evil in this world at the moment. You know, so many murders, so many killings, so many people getting annihilated. What does it do? It annoys me, it makes me upset. It frustrates me, because why? Why? Just why? I can't even explain it. I can't even put it into words. It really gets to me, because it's like, we are not here forever. We are here to call to help each other out, not tear each other down. So we've just got to put aside our differences, yeah? No matter what they are, no matter what they look like, and come together. Because we need to do that more than ever now. We need to come to each other more than ever. Forget about your political beliefs. Forget about your opinions of where they stand. You are a human being at the end of the day. You're a child of God, whether you choose to believe in him or not. So we need to come together and act. We need to be more kinder. We can't let hate and evil and the works of Satan and the government try and tear us down, because that's what they want. That is what they want. That is what they want. They want us to be divided between each other. They want us, right, to hate. They want us to hate so that it can fuel their fire of money, oil, greed, power, glutton, the evil in their hearts that's so hard. We can pray for them, of course, but the evil that's there, they want us to hate each other, and I'm not going to let that happen. So, yeah. But I hope this helps whoever it needs to help. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to go have a go at anybody here. I am not on any side of anything, and whatnot. And if people unfollow me, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Because this year with myself personally, some family and friends and people in my life, obviously God's removed. Obviously I pray for them, wish them all the best, and obviously if you see this, I pray for you and wish you all the best. But I was obviously, like I said, I was born a Muslim, just quickly, and obviously I've converted to Christianity. Obviously I'm mixed race as well. My family is mixed faith and mixed ethnicity, so I'm thankful for that part. But like, in terms of me being who I am and my personality, for the past few months this year, there's been certain people in my inner circle that have not wanted me to share my love for Jesus this year. So I'm just going to keep doing it, because he has brought me love that they cannot give, but I will pray for them. So yeah, so if anybody wants to unfollow, I'm okay with that. Like I said, if I've come across off very cowardice or whatever, I don't know, I apologise if I've come across off that way to you. Obviously I respect everybody's opinions. I see you for a human and your personality and not anything else. But if anybody wants to unfollow me, feel free. If that does happen, it doesn't bother me. I respect the decision you've made. But I just can't stress enough that we just need more kindness and more prayer in this world. We just need more Jesus. And that's it. We just need more people to be kinder. And that's all I pretty much really can say, to be fair. And I thought I was going through the worst this year of myself. And I'm not saying that my feelings and anything like that are not valid, because of course they are. But we just need to love each other more than ever. So yeah, I hope that touches and sheds a light on things. And yeah, I hope you all have a blessed day and week, and the last couple of weeks left of the year. So yeah, thank you.